If you think being harder to kill means having a huge bench press or looking intimidating, you're missing what actually matters when things get physical. Fighting exposes weaknesses normal training can hide. Your lungs burn. Your grip starts disappearing. Your legs get heavy. Your heart rate is through the roof. And you still have to stay balanced, think clearly, and keep producing force. So, if you want a body that's actually harder to break down, you need to train more than muscle. You need strength you can use while exhausted, the ability to recover your position, and enough conditioning to keep functioning when everything starts hurting. The first exercise is heavy sandbag carries. And for fighting, I'd take these over normal farmer carries. Hold a heavy sandbag against your chest and walk with it. The weight is awkward, it compresses your breathing, and you can't rely on a perfectly balanced barbell. That combination is incredibly useful because fighting is full of awkward resistance. Another person's weight doesn't sit perfectly in your hands. Carry the bag for short distances, rest, then repeat, but strength becomes much less impressive once your lungs disappear. That's why exercise 2 is hard sprint intervals. A fight isn't a steady 5-kilometer run. The intensity constantly changes. Hill sprints are perfect for this. Sprint hard for roughly 10 to 20 seconds. Walk back down, recover, and repeat. That ability matters because fatigue changes everything. Being conditioned doesn't guarantee anything in a fight, but being exhausted almost guarantees that everything you do becomes harder. Exercise 3 is sprawl to stand repetitions. Start standing, drop down quickly into a strong sprawl position, then get back to your feet as efficiently as possible. Repeat it with control at first, then gradually make the movement faster. This isn't about pretending you're fighting someone in your bedroom. It's about becoming extremely comfortable, going from your feet to the floor, and immediately getting back up again. The goal isn't to do 50 sloppy reps. It's to make getting back to your feet feel automatic even when you're breathing hard. The fourth exercise is one almost nobody trains until they realize how weak it is. Neck isometrics. Your neck helps control the position of your head during sudden movement, grappling, and physical contact. You don't need to throw plates on your head or do crazy wrestling bridges. Start by creating resistance with your hand or a band and holding your head in a neutral position. A stronger neck isn't some magic shield against being knocked out, but having better strength and control around the head is a useful quality for combat sports. And the fifth exercise might be the most miserable of all: heavy sled pushes. Every step forces your legs to keep producing force while your core and upper body stay connected. Your heart rate climbs extremely quickly, but unlike a normal cardio machine, you still have to push against serious resistance. That's exactly why sled work is so useful. Push hard for a short distance, rest enough to regain some power, then go again. None of this means you become invincible. Fighting is unpredictable, and avoiding unnecessary violence is always the better outcome. But if we're talking purely about physical preparation, the body that's harder to break down isn't necessarily the one with the biggest muscles. It's the one that can still grip, move, breathe, stand back up, and produce force after the first 30 seconds stop feeling comfortable. Because when everything is going well, almost everybody feels strong. The difference shows up when you're exhausted and you still have to function.